Hello everybody, thank you so much for clicking on this video and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Evan Quinones. I am from New York City and I am so happy that you are here. If you watched my last video, which also happened to be my first video here on YouTube, I talked about my 90-pound weight loss story. I just want to thank everybody that checked out that video and left all kinds of amazing and supportive comments. It really means the world to me. I'm so appreciative, more than you'll ever know. So thank you. If you haven't checked it out yet, I will link it up here and I will also link it in the description box below. But for today's video, as you can tell from the title, I am going to be talking about another struggle that I've had in my life. Yes, there are more. I'm going to be talking about my decades-long struggle with acne, but not just regular acne, but rosacea acne. I'll explain. But first, I'm still in the process of deciding the direction that I want to take this channel in, but I'm leaning more towards lifestyle-based content. I have a bunch of interests, so it'll be a nice mixture of everything, you know, from fitness to nutrition to reactions, reviews, vlogs, days in my life. I guess there's gonna be something for everyone. So if that sounds like something that you would like to see from me and this channel, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. So like most people, I have been dealing with acne breakouts since puberty. So around the ages of like 11, 12, 13, around there. Pretty normal, right? I started using skincare products that I thought would help, but unfortunately, nothing would work. Mostly because I knew nothing about skincare and ingredients the way that I do now. So I would just buy products that would say for acne prone skin and just hope for the best. But nope, nothing would work. In fact, in some cases, it actually made my skin worse. I would use harsh scrubs, which if you do have sensitive skin, I would not recommend those. I would use all natural skincare products, which FYI, all natural doesn't equate to better or healthier for your skin. No matter what I use, my skin would not completely get better. I would get it somewhat under control, but then it wouldn't last and I was back to square one with trying to figure out what to use for my skin. I saw a few dermatologists here and there. I don't think they were truly helpful in educating me about what I should be doing at home. And it really started to affect my self-esteem. I didn't want to leave my house. I didn't want anyone to see me. I remember staying home, not leaving unless I truly had to, and like just being in bed all day under the covers, just wishing it would all go away. My breakouts got so bad that I've now been left with visible scars on my face. They're known as ice pick scars. And those are the type of scars that leave indented marks on your skin. Those are the type of scars that are hardest to treat. I would actually have to get some in-office treatment to improve the appearance of my scars. Anyway, fast forward to August of 2019, I really started to get serious about skincare and doing my research about effective skincare products and ingredients. And I started following creators like Hiram, James Welsh, Susan Yara, Dr. Dre, and others. And I really just went down a rabbit hole in consuming so much information about skincare and skin health. And actually, I was able to finally put together a proper skincare routine that would help me address my skin issues. Prior to this, I would only really use a cleanser and nothing else. No moisturizer, no nothing. That was major mistake number one. Moisturizing your skin is one of the most important steps of a skincare routine, so make sure you do that. Another thing that I was never really diligent about the way that I am today is sunscreen, which is the most, and I'm emphasizing the most important step of your morning skincare routine. If you don't use anything else in the morning, if you don't even cleanse your skin in the morning, please use sunscreen every day, rain or shine, 365 days out of the year, period. End of story. So I started putting together skincare routines that were actually helping my skin a lot better. You know, effective yet gentle cleansers for my acne prone skin, good moisturizers, sunscreens, serums. I was also educated on the fact that people whose skins were more on the sensitive side should avoid fragrance in skincare, which was definitely a game changer for me. If you look at my skincare collection now, I don't have any product that has any added fragrance or essential oils in it. I avoid them like the plague because they just don't work for my skin. Another tip that I learned was that you actually don't have to cleanse your skin in the morning. You can actually just get away with rinsing your face with lukewarm water a few times and then move on with the rest of your routine. If you have dry or sensitive skin or are prone to breakouts like I am, cleansing your skin twice a day can actually be a bit harsh for your skin. It can actually be too much. So just stick to cleansing at night because that's when you actually want to cleanse your skin from everything that built up on it throughout the day. Okay, so at this point, I knew a lot more about skincare for sure. I had great skincare products with gentle but effective ingredients in treating my acne. But here's the thing, I actually didn't have regular, ordinary acne. I have something called acne rosacea, also known as papulopustular rosacea. First off, what is rosacea? Rosacea is a chronic inflammatory skin condition that presents itself in 4 main ways. The first is vascular rosacea, which is probably the most common form of it. It's categorized by red flushing of the skin, and visible blood vessels. The second is phytomous rosacea, which is categorized by the thickening or the bumpy texture of the skin around the nose area. The third is ocular rosacea, which actually affects the eyes. The eyes get red and inflamed and sensitive, and the eyelids also swell up. And the fourth type of rosacea is known as papulopustular rosacea, which presents itself as redness, swelling, and the appearance of pus-filled bumps. And these bumps look like acne. So yeah, you might have guessed it, I have that type of rosacea. I say have because unfortunately there really is no cure for rosacea. Rosacea is treated by keeping it under control and managing it and trying real hard to avoid anything and everything that would trigger a flare. So when it comes to rosacea, there could be a number of triggers. Hot liquids like coffee, certain foods, heat or steam, the sun, which is why sunscreen is very important. Let me emphasize that again. Alcohol, or more commonly red wine, irritating skincare products, so like those that have fragrance in it, exercising, etc. There's a bunch of triggers, and everyone has their own unique triggers. So when and how did I come to find out that I have rosacea? It was actually early September of 2021. When I went out with some friends for brunch. So my skin was actually looking pretty good that day when I woke up. A few breakouts, but nothing alarming. We went out to eat, had ourselves some mimosas, everything was going well. And then afterwards, we decided to go to a bar. Now, let me preface this by saying that I'm not a huge drinker to begin with. The clubs and the bars aren't really my scene. You probably will never see me at a club or a bar alone. But I was with friends, so I made the exception. I was like, okay, let's go. So at this bar, I decided to have a drink that had red wine in it. I had red wine. I finished it, we had a good time, and all was good. I went home that evening, and probably within a few hours, I noticed that my face was becoming like almost sensitive to the touch. It was starting to get pretty inflamed. So I decided to take a shower, do my skincare routine to see if that would help. And when I got into bed, I took these selfies of myself, and I noticed that my face had gotten super red, and I had developed bumps that were never there when I woke up that morning. And I had no idea how this happened. At this time, I was following board-certified dermatologist Dr. Karan Lal on Instagram, and we had spoken on and off over Instagram, so we built a pretty good rapport and friendship. I still follow him to this day, and he's pretty amazing. I will link his Instagram below. Please give him a follow. He's amazing. So I showed him those pictures of my face, and almost instantly, he said that it looks like I had rosacea. He said this because of the underlying redness that was underneath my pus-filled bumps. Regular pimples really don't have that amount of underlying redness that is inflamed to that severity. He asked when the inflammation started to get that way, and I had told him about brunch with friends and that it started to become inflamed when I got home, or a few hours after I had gotten home. He asked if I had any alcohol because obviously with brunch there's usually alcohol involved. I said yes. I had a few mimosas, and then I had a glass of red wine at the bar afterwards. And he said he's almost 100% sure that it's rosacea and that my trigger is red wine. So from there, he gave me advice on what to do, what kind of skincare products to use, what ingredients to avoid, things of that nature. After this, I actually saw another dermatologist in person. My face still pretty inflamed, but not as bad as it was in those pictures. I showed him those selfies as well, and he also had diagnosed me with rosacea. Now get this, as if my skin couldn't be any more complicated, I was able to make another correlation between my breakouts from my younger years and the foods that I was eating. When I was growing up, we would always get low fat or fat-free slash skim milk. Yes, we were victims to the whole full fat foods make you fat, which FYI is not true, but I digress. Anyway, I remember developing some breakouts after consuming low fat or fat-free milk with my cereal. And now, come to find out, there's indeed a correlation between acne and consuming low fat or fat-free milk, yogurt, cottage cheese, etc. Dr. Dre, who I mentioned earlier, is another board certified dermatologist that I follow here on YouTube. She actually has a video talking about this, and I will link it below in the description box. Go show her some love. She's also amazing, and she's such a great reference for learning about skincare and ingredients. So I'm grateful that I got to discover her on YouTube. So now, today, I only consume full fat everything for different reasons. But the main one is that it doesn't trigger any breakouts the way that low fat or fat-free foods do. So to this day, my acne rosacea has never been triggered as badly as it was that day at brunch. So I will forever be grateful to Dr. Karan Lal for being the one to bring rosacea to my awareness, because I really didn't know anything about that condition prior to all of this. And now I avoid my triggers like red wine, low fat, fat-free dairy products, and I apply sunscreen like my life depended on it every morning, which it kind of does because sunscreen prevents many things, mainly skin cancer. Also, my skincare routine is pretty straightforward, and I use gentle but effective fragrance-free products that help keep my skin calm and soothed and moisturized. If you want me to do a whole video showing my actual morning and nighttime skincare routine, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. So that is the story on how I got my acne rosacea under control. I want to reiterate that there really is no cure for rosacea, or acne for that matter. It's really about getting it under control and avoiding any possible triggers that you notice are negatively affecting your skin or causing a flare. But please see a board certified dermatologist if you can. I know not all dermatologists are created equal, but when you find one that truly knows what they're talking about, it's so worth it, I promise. If you liked this video or found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future uploads. Until next time, you all, bye.